In this video, I'm going to continue with the contact wash using Stjarnagloss Bubblor, that is a gloss enhancing shampoo with some added wax and sealant ingredients. I was a bit worried about using a gloss enhancing shampoo prior doing decon, which by the way will come later in this video, but rest assure you, I haven't regret using Bubblor, and that's exactly what I'm going to talk about from now on. We aren't looking for a highly concentrated shampoo here, yet again, this shampoo hasn't been made to be one. What I like about Stjarnagloss the most, beside their awesome design and branding, is that the instructions on their labels are aiming for people like me, the real car care enthusiast who loves washing his car once in a while in front of his house. So simple, clear and easy to digest, while includes all the necessary what to do, how to do and what not to do as well. Yet, even with the stupid proof descriptions, you can misuse any products if you aren't following the instructions. Why do I say something like this? Well, instead of using 4 to 6 capfuls of shampoo, I went with the I'm just gonna hint some in a bucket of water kind of manner here. Did I do this wrong then? No, thankfully I didn't, but later you are going to see how much improvement can be achieved in a product's performance by using it on the way the manufacturer says it to you. With that being said, Stjarnagloss recommends to use Bubblor in a dilution of 1 to 400 in case of heavily soiled scenarios and using hard water, or a 1 to 600 ratio for maintenance washes. Saying with other words, that's between 40 to 50 ml of products in a bucket of water. Or, as they literally describe, small buckets 3, large buckets 6 capfuls, use +1 in case of hard water and +1 capful for heavy dirt. See, would be simple as that. As user experience goes, a very enjoyable shampoo to use in my opinion, smells lovely, which I do appreciate if you know me, and has a very unique perfumey scent which definitely stands out from the crowd for sure. The amount of suds are pretty good even with weaker dilution used, also the suds being alive in the bucket for a very long time in my experience, and you won't need to revive the solution in the bucket while finishing the contact wash at all. Bubblor provides sufficient lubricity on the panels, which is one of the most important thing in regards of any shampoos, and it's probably thanks to the wax components used in the formula. I am personally not a big fan of the hybrid kind shampoos because all of those have a tendency of dying out in the bucket too early, which is a pain in the arse if you ask me, but as I said before, this is definitely not the case here, as you can see. And I think the reason behind this is that Bubblor contains only a small amount of those ingredients in the formulation which won't cause this effect, but it's enough to make the paintwork pop a little more than usual, and in theory adds a little bit of protection as well that is noticeable, yet leaves me enough room for using further products too. Filming during sunset can be very nice as you can see, but washing the car during nighttime is not my cup of tea, so I continue on the following morning, and of course we had a little rain with sandy dust during sleep time. So I need to go over with a very quick wash again prior using Hjul and Tjara for decontamination of the paintwork. I used 6 capfuls of Bubblor here with a 1 bucket method, as the car has only a very thin layer of dust, and now you can see what a difference can be made between a usage by instructions and giving a shit about the instructions. Well, let me tell you, all of that being said by me in the past few minutes, just double it up, and my conclusion, always measure the shampoos out for the best user experience. It's time to move on with Stjarnagloss Hjul, which I was talking about more in depth in my previous video, so if you have missed that, I'll leave a link in description below and make sure to check that out. Just a quick refreshing, Hjul is an iron and fallout remover that can be used on wheels and bodywork, and yes, it smells sort of the same rotten egg way, however, the smell isn't that strong as others I have used before. In my opinion, Hjul is more likely a wetter kind formula, so you can spread it very easily across the panels, but because of that, you definitely need to keep your eyes peeled to prevent drying on the panels, especially if you are using it during a windy day, just as I currently do. And while it does its job on the panels by dissolving and bending iron contaminants, I decided to go over with a wash mitt and agitate the surface with the remaining shampoo from the bucket. Is it a good approach to do? Well, I don't think there is a good or bad way either case, hence, all methods have their own pros and cons. On the other hand, this step also helps to keep the panels wet much longer and prevent Hjul of drying in these circumstances. I'm not gonna lie here, I totally mixed up the orders of decontamination steps, meaning I forgot to start with detar first and went with Hjul as you could see, but it's better now than never as they say. So, let's use Stjarnagloss Tjara next. That is not the usual strong solvent smelling formula as you used to, however, you need to use Tjara on the same way as any other tar and glue removers. In my opinion, what makes Tjara different and unique on a way from others is that it includes natural orange oil as an extra that is really helps to step away from the strong solventy smell. I had a few bigger tar spots around the lower part of the car that I believe could sitting there for years as some needed a longer dwell time and reapplication, but after the second hit of Tjara, it was able to remove the more stubborn tar spots as well, while smaller tar spots needed only one hit. It's hard to make a full conclusion of the real strength of Tjara in this scenario, and bigger tar spots usually needs a second application anyways, regardless any kind of tar removers. For me, I rather use Tjara twice on stubborn tar spots in exchange of pushing away that strong solvent smell and achieve a better overall experience. Once all the surfaces have been washed, decontaminated, it's finally time for protection phase with Stjarnagloss Glacier, Glut, and make some comparison to others on the market. But every time I'm out for a longer detail, Mother Nature likes to gift me with rain, as this is the second day in a row when I had to stop in the middle. Let's not complain, subscribe, like, turn on the bell, and I will see you there. Happy cleaning!